Look out for communications from Absa Group.
Hey, what's up, people?
Visit www.ke-africa.com.faqs. Barclays Bank of Kenya is regulated.
Today I'm going to talk about the environment and industrialization. That is the establishment of urban centers, the establishment of industries, the issue of modernization of remote areas under the expense or on expense of the environment. I'm talking about vegetation, the green environment. So before I start, I would like to remind you for you to do me 3 favors. Number 1, just thumbs up. Number 2, subscribe to my channel and drop a comment. I hope it won't cost too much. Just do me those 3 favors and we'll be good to go. So my name is Robinson Amos. I'm a Kenyan. I love Kenya. I love my country. And I'm not going to talk much about the issue of corruption, the issue of bad governance, the issue of tribalism, and all that kind of challenges that we have in the society and in our contemporary society. I'm talking about this. So today I'm going to talk on the importance of having a green environment and taking care of industries as well. So first, we must know that the green environment is made up of vegetation, it's made up of trees, it's made up of natural forests as well as artificial one. But before we think about man-made forest, we must try on how to conserve the real and natural or original forest, which is God-made. As we know that anything which comes from God is pure, is clean, is durable, is long life. So let's take care of God's creation first before we start making our own creation. Despite the fact that God said we are going to be co-creators with Him, we must try to take care of what He established, what He made, what He created at first. So this is my point for today. As we try to make job opportunities, as we try to make urban centers, let's try to consider the importance which are brought about by the natural forest. For instance, natural forest is an habitat to flora and fauna. It's an habitat to many wild animals. Talk of gazelles, rabbits, giraffe, zebra, elephants, lions, cheetahs, name them. So if we clear these natural settings, we are going to make a number of animals homeless. And you find people starting complaining that, oh, simba amekula ng'ombe yangu, oh, leo jui nimeiona na imeleta shida, oh, today I've seen an antelope, today I've seen a cheetah, today I've seen a leopard. You start having tension in the society. We are the sole cause of this problem. We are not going to interfere with their homes. We will not have these animals or these wild animals coming around. So we should avoid clearing the forest. We should avoid clearing the forest. The major forest known in Kenya is the Mau forest. It has habitat most wild animals. It has habitat many water catchment centers. It has habitat many indigenous types of trees. And if we start having that spirit of clearing, settling factories, establishing big estates inside the forest, then we are going to remain without any major forest in the nation. It was just the other day when the government was trying to say, let's protect the Mau forest. We have to evict some people. We have to take them out because they have gone inside the forest. But the whole thing has been politicized. The whole thing is like the government is trying to attack only one tribe of people or certain community, which is totally wrong. We know very well that we are Kenyans and we all belong to Kenya. We all Kenyans, we belong to anywhere. In one way or another, you can find a Gikuyu in Mau forest. You can find a Kisi in Mau forest. You can find a Luya in Mau forest. You can find a Kalenjin in Mau forest. You can find a Luo in Mau forest, because it depends on who benefited from that kind of false project or maybe false title deeds and corrupt means of leaders who try to grab that land and maybe give out to their people. Then you are not going to try to tell me that it is only one major tribe which is being attacked or which has been centered on by the government. You are totally wrong. Kenyans have a freedom of movement. They can move anywhere. They can settle anywhere. So the issue of is a certain community which is being attacked in the thing of Mau eviction. That's totally wrong.
I got some great music for you, but also great news. So there I was,
Before I conclude, maybe I must state some of the significance of natural forest. First, I've said it habits, it provides an habitat, it makes shelter to wild animals. It provides existence of indigenous types of trees, which if are not taken care of, we are going to lose them. They are going to extinct.
Digital banking platform allows you, CBA customers,
Natural forests also center major water catchments.
mobile phone loan.
Talk of rivers, talk of lakes, talk of even oceans. So those waters arise or they are being generated from major areas from the Mau forest and major forests even in our nation and even in the whole world.
Not available to users, but guess what? Now it's
So this is it.
amazing. So launched in
We must come together because Mau forest is a national resource. It's not a communal resource. It's not something you have to deal with under communal level. It's something you have to handle on the national level. It affects all people in our country. It affects everyone.
So the CBA general manager.
So we must come together as Kenyans, protect this Mau forest for our own good. Not even for our own good, even for the good of our generations to come. And we know very well that if you are a leader, you must carry out your role in a very responsible and disciplined manner so that you can leave a legacy which is going to be a blessing to your generations and generations to come.
Very exciting, with some transaction fees removed. so that you can feel
Get me clear.
the ability of this loop service. So loop-to-loop transactions and purchases of,
We must come together and protect this forest. We must come together as a nation and clean the mess which is in this thing of Mao.
M-Pesa and ATM withdrawals have been reduced.
We will not going to care whether you are a leader, whether you are just a mere citizen.
Of that.
The point is,
And the reason
we need to
I'm
protect
I'm
this
thinking to myself, all right,
natural resource,
now this is something that
which
you
is a
can look
national
into and,
based
work
natural
your
resource.
strategies and your structures around this if you bank with a CBA. And I'm just thinking, I might be knocking on their door.
Point number 2.
CBA loop was
We need to stop bringing any political backgrounds to this matter.
This service from
We must
CBA
avoid
helps
that.
you manage your money
And we must
right
be
from
very
the
clear
door,
in
from
that.
No fuss, no queues, no red
We
tape,
must leave
so busy,
a
no
land
time
a
to
better
think,
place. We must make the earth a better place for children's and children's to come, so that they will be proud of us. They will be happy to say, like, our parents made this place a better one for us to stay. We should not make the world so terrible, so terrific, so challenging to our young ones who are coming. That's totally bad. That's not what God requires of us as leaders. That's totally wrong. So if you're a leader, play your role well. Do the right thing and stand for the right thing. Stay firm and always remain focused. Concentrate on doing what is right and not anybody's affair. If you are a leader, make sure that you carry out the role which is going to benefit the entire nation and even the whole world, the worldwide people. Yeah. You have to be a universal leader, because even universal leaders started from the ground. They were family leaders, they were communal leaders, societal leaders, national leaders, international leaders, then they become intercontinental leaders. So if you are a leader and you stand for what is right, you do what is right, then it means you respect yourself, you respect the rights of others, and you respect what is required of you. You respect the law. Because if you don't respect the law, then you are totally out of way. You are not a leader, but you are doing things which does not even deserve to make you to be a leader. But you are just there in a form of a leader, but in real sense you are not a leader. So if you are basically a leader, do things which will image yourself that you are a real leader. As I conclude, if today someone says we are going to clear up the Mau forest and settle people who don't have land, the whole thing will be cleared. People will be happy. People will be like, we are okay, we have land. But at the end of the day, our nation is going to be dry. It's going to be a desert. And we are going to die, all of us. And that's why I'm saying this. It is very necessary to protect natural resources. Those resources, we know we did not make them. Natural lakes, natural rivers, natural forests. Let's protect and conserve them. for our generations and generations to come. And even God will be proud of us. God will be happy with us. We are playing our role as leaders. God will be proud of us. And that's what is expected of us as leaders.
On your Google Play Store right now or your Apple Store, follow the simple steps. Start
I know I'm not going to make sense to everyone, but at least I'm going to make sense to a small group of people who are going to influence the rest to see the sense inside my senses.
your debit card in just
That's my intention, that's my aim, that's my major objective, and that's my goal. I'm not going to convince everybody.
somewhere, and we're
I'm not even here to please you.
has made that possible for you.
That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to convince at least 3, 4, 5 people,
Enjoy that. Maybe you're hanging out with me
a small number.
right on your best mix of music.
And even Jesus Christ did not choose everybody to be his disciple. He chose only 12. And even in those 12, he got someone who betrayed him. He got a traitor. But even you're going to be a traitor in me, it's not going to make a difference. It's not going to divert my vision. It's not going to divert my goal. It's not going to divert my dream. I'm going to live my dreams. And watch me, nigga. Watch me, buddy. I'm going to make it real. I'm going to be a leader. He doesn't care whether I'm going to be a chief. He doesn't care whether I'm going to be a district commissioner. He doesn't care whether I'm going to be the member of parliament of some constituency or counties. He doesn't care whether I'm going to be the governor. He doesn't care whether I'm going to be a member of county assembly. He doesn't care whether I'm going to be the senator. But what I know inside myself, I know that I'm going to be the leader who is going to stand for the truth and do what is right and save people. And I'm not going to fake. I'm not going to forge. I'm going to do what is real.
To harness that which you seek. If to you time is
Because
value is
leaders are appointed by God. And I feel God's appointment in my life.
meet the bank that understands you.
Hii si Georgia.
Understands the uniqueness of
Hii kitu mazee na feel yani ni kitu najisikia yani iko si ati naringa, siringi mazee. So first, let's take care of God's works of creation
while recognizing your unique needs.
so that we are going to make the world a better place for everyone else to stay.
Guaranteed trust back. Wouldn't you rather bank with us?
So that is it. And I'm not going to beg you. I'm only here to make you realize how important it is to conserve the natural resources, natural forest, the green environment.
This traffic's a nightmare. My GPS has
So let's try to leave our differences and all other things. Let's focus on conserving the works of God's creation, because that's what He made us to do. Take care of His creation, not destroying it, not clearing it, not making factories, not making roads, not making big cash crops. Conserve it. Let it stay clean and let it stay healthy, just for the good of us and for the good of those who are coming even after us. Stay tuned and wait for my next video.